photographer, and I know you for so many years, but I didn't hear that you were doing this kind of work. Something happens when we get pushed into something. So there must have been something that really caught your space, caught your mind, and then you did this. Can you talk about that?
See, it was my first brush with the red light area where I actually walked into one because I was doing my book. It's in fact that picture which you mentioned, the red walls with the green sari flag.
Yes, yes.
That's actually taken in Kali Ghat, and it's the image which is on the cover of my book.
Right.
And this happened in way back in 1999.
Right.
But it's been my first brush of a red light area, and I would say, I think at some point as a girl, I could really relate with their vulnerability, because I am physically vulnerable to violence, right?
Yes.
Someone forces me, till what point can I resist or whatever?
Yes.
So I think it's that vulnerability which I felt what a girl must be feeling.
Right.
The horrificness of the situation. That is something which I'm happy to have been able to take on as an artist. But it's something which I want others to feel, understand,
Right.
the hollowness.
There's another very interesting point that you put it, and you said that I'm getting a lot of resistance, but people are loving it. So when you're saying I'm getting a lot of resistance, what kind of resistance is it? Is it that people aren't ready to? What is it? Let's hear it.
Resistance per se, I won't say resistance, but I have left people feeling hollow.
Okay.
Empty, especially the stencil, because these works have now, this is the second time the works have actually gone up because they're in our art space. Beyond that, I'm working a lot with the government for permissions because I need that for actually putting up the larger than life structures.
Absolutely.
But I have this really huge stencil project which is happening across the country, and these stencils are left in the walls and people are walking past it, seeing it. And I've had people saying, hey, it left me hollow. Hey, that was haunting. Hey, that was something which, they did that take a back look. Beyond the stencils, the game which I was mentioning has made the game players uncomfortable because we put them in a space they didn't ever think they would be. They're actually selling themselves to men in that game.
Right.
They are luring men in that game because they have a certain thing they have to finish.
Right.
Just like a prostitute has to. The pimp says, "Mujhe aaj 1,000 rupiya bana ke do, ki 10,000 bana ke do." By hook or by crook, she better get it, or she'll be thrashed.
Absolutely.
They'll be so violent with her. She's scared.
Right.
So, but of course, it's done in a very small way in the game. I mean, we can't make it that horrific.
Right.
But still, it has left an effect on people.
Right.
So, I'm talking about that kind of unexpectedness they are feeling. That's the only resistance I'm getting.
So is it that you're really working with girls like this, or is it that you're just creating art around it?
No, I'm actually, because it's an issue which I'm really driven by. It's only happened because for 10 years now I have been associated with NGOs who work on the issue. I have given myself to them and its friends like Urmi Basu, Ruchira Gupta, Shravani Sarkar. These are all 3 NGOs whom I really feel are doing really great work in Bengal, in Calcutta, because that's my backyard. So I start there.
Right.
So, and I've worked with them, seen their angst, seen how they have to keep a girl out, seen how the mother is pushing the girl. I've seen Urmi working in the evening and thrashing the mothers. Aki, Meta party, you've not sent your daughter to school today. And all that. She's a hard taskmaster because she's giving them support. And I've seen Ruchira trying to keep the girls out of the parents' clutches because she sends girls to Kasturba Gandhi school in Bihar. And then when the moment they've turned 13 or 14, the parents are only coming to take her out. I mean, how do you keep educating a girl who's facing resistance from her own parents? Because that's the parents who are doing that there.
Absolutely.
And then you have Shravani who's working in Bau Bazaar, where I am now mentoring girls, keeping them, because now they've got cell phones in their hands. They're on Facebook, on social media. They're getting lured by their own boyfriends. So we ask them, what's the most dangerous thing you'll hear? So she says, Ami tumake bhalobashi, I love you, is a dangerous thing. So this is the kind of thing we actually try to tell the children, the girls, that be confident in what you are. You don't need another person. It's a different ball game.
It's very interesting. You brought up like a real important issue here.
Yeah.
and that you're saying no matter how much education we give them,
Yes.
even if they do reach at the age of 13,
Yes.